After almost 2 years of streaming on Twitch and going through peaks and troughs of my growth, I realised I'm doing something wrong. I'm working harder and not smarter. What I needed was research and first-hand experience to know what was going to work for me and what doesn't. I'm going to present to you 5 tips I'll be applying to my streaming career from here on out, and a chance to get to know me a little bit in a groovy kind of way. By the end of this, you'll have a handle on what I learned from streaming every day on Twitch in January, and the results I got from that bold and yet time-consuming experiment. Hello, I'm Badside, aka Badside on Twitch, Twitter, and all those social media-y kind of things. I stream variety content from puzzle games, mental health cuddle-ups, a few times a week. Check out my links in the description and connect with me. Without further faff, let's get into the video. Picture the scene. It's New Year's Eve and I'm setting my intentions like every other self-aware millennial was probably doing. I decided I wanted to take my Twitch channel to the next level this year, but after a pretty long break, I kind of fell out of love with it. I didn't even know where to start with making a new resurgence, and I wanted to get to know my audience and what they liked, experiment with what worked, what doesn't, and observe the trends throughout my channel. For that, I needed data. My research shows that to gather data, one must facilitate an experiment. And what better experiment than streaming every single day for a month? And giving all the money to charity. The fact that you're here watching this means you're probably a streamer or at least considering streaming. And most streamer advice that's out there on the internet is don't grind hours into streams. Don't stream every day. Don't do long, drawn-out gaming sessions. It just isn't sustainable. And that's true. It's totally true. But with a set time frame of 1 month in mind, I thought I could gather so much valuable info, and I did. I learned just what my audience wanted and what I wanted too. If you want to make streaming a full-time gig, it's got to be making you happy, not just the viewers. Which brings me to tip number 1. Consistency really is key. I thought long and hard about what makes me happy and why I started streaming on Twitch. And I think it's something that a lot of people would agree with. An interactive chat where people have fun and look forward to hanging out in my stream. I asked myself, how can I facilitate that if people don't even know when I'm going to be streaming? Streaming at regular times when my community would know I was going to be live gave people a clear thing to look forward to. As humans, we're somewhat creatures of habit. We have work, school, commitments, all these things that often follow a pattern. How can you make my stream part of your pattern when I'm randomly streaming? It's inconsistent and it's not helpful. I'm not saying stream every single day at the same time because you'll just burn yourself out and that won't be good. But play around with some times that you like. Find where there's a balance of your schedule and your community's schedule. Streaming daily in January showed me and my community that we really enjoyed evening and weekend streams. That harbored a whole new wind-down style of show, and we all really look forward to doing it regularly. I call them my pajama parties. My next tip may not apply to everyone, but it's definitely the biggest thing I learned over the experiment, and that is variety is definitely the spice of life. For me, anyway. Variety streaming has been my saviour. Where gaming skill lets me down, I can always guarantee a new game's going to be fun and exciting. It's so useful to have a unique selling point when it comes to streaming, and mine has always been my entertainment style. It's a common thread that runs through everything I play or do on stream. Even on TikTok, Insta, and Twitter. My viewers really enjoy my reactions, silly commentary, and hilarious lack of finesse. And that gives them something familiar when I change up the game or when we do something different. Sticking to the big player-based games where focus is more leaning on how good you are or your achievements, that can bring down your stream interaction and definitely limit you when you have a smaller viewership. Eventually, it's likely you'll settle into a game that you like or a few different games that you bounce between. But until then, I want to focus on my goal, which has always been to connect with and entertain my viewers and keep my content fresh with variety. But bad side, I want to play my favourite games when I stream. Then do it. Ultimately, your stream is your own and it's down to you to experiment and learn. When I played Apex Legends on stream, I'd get so mad and stressed and I'd interact with my chat a little bit less than I would when I was doing something else because I was so focused on the game, and not to mention, I'd rarely have any new people show up in my streams because those types of streams, big popular games, I was so low down on the Discover page. They would never be able to find me. Tip 3 is a little bit of a hard to swallow pill, but some games just aren't great for new or smaller Twitch streamers, especially those that want to create a sustainable, long-lasting, and fast-growing community. If you love Apex, Fortnite, Call of Duty, great, you can join some communities with existing streamers, maybe collab with them to build your viewership that way, play with them off stream and network. But starting out, when you don't know anyone, you need something original, unique, or something that's going to show you up higher on the Discover page so you can meet new people and build your community. Speaking of numbers, my next tip is all about the Benjamins, baby. You may think Twitch is a great work from home gold mine. You see creators get $1 million deals just to play games and it's a dream come true, right? Twitch is not gonna be your sole revenue source. It's hard to hear, I know. But anyone with a crumb of research knows that's the case. Twitch takes 50% of creator earnings from subs, cheers, and ads. To really see that being sustainable and paying you a full-time wage, you'd need a heck of a lot of viewers. And also, you need them to be really supportive, which is a long game, but it's possible. All hope isn't lost. Many smaller streamers still earn full or even part-time wage from streaming. Sure, that includes their Twitch revenue, but mainly it comes from multiple revenue streams. Check out things like Ko-fi, Fanhouse, social media monetization, or even sponsorships from brands. The culmination of all of these things can definitely create a sustainable income for you, or even a decent extra income if you're working alongside streaming. It can often also be more stable and more community focused, as you can customize things and things that you offer and perks for your viewers. Here we are, my final tip, pals, and let me pose it in the form of a question. What drives you to press go live? If you can't answer that yet, don't worry. It took me my month of daily streaming and a lot of reflection to discover the answer. For me, it's my community, and it's building it to a place where people can escape their daily lives and just have a laugh. My experiment to stream every day for a month let me fall back in love with streaming, and the laughs and the achievements, the charity work, the friendships, all the stuff, and fun games. Knowing that the community is at the core of what I do, it helped me make decisions that are more focused and based around what I can do for them. I know that people can't be there every single day, but I want them to look forward to my streams when they can be there. So I work hard to make it a welcoming, kind, and friendly place. Everyone's journey is gonna look different, and growth is never linear, unless you're like mad lucky. So learn as much as you can and reflect as much as you can. I hope these tips could shed some light on how experimenting gave me the drive I needed to continue streaming and making content. And I wholeheartedly believe that you can use at least one of these tips to take a step in a new and more positive direction for your channel. If you think so too, drop a like on this video and maybe comment below if you have any tips that have helped you along the way, whether that's for streaming, creating content, or even gaming. I would love to hear about it. Until next time.